Hi, I'm Omkar for Omkar Structural Bodyworks, and we're going to make some yogurt, and more correctly we're going to clone yogurt. There is a better choice out there. Currently I'm using brown cow, which is fairly clean, and it does have 3 different active cultures, four. It's got Thermophilus, Bulgarius, Acidophilus, and Bifidus. There's the custom probiotics, which I've just learned about, and I will be trying in the next few weeks. It's $50 and you also have to order it, or at least I haven't found it locally here in Portland or Beaverton area. Anyway, so brown cow does a good job, and as those who've had it, has a nice cream top to it. They add pectin, which I believe helps get their nice creamy texture. We use Gary's Meadow Fresh milk in the bottles. This is available locally. They use all Jersey milk, extra fat. Why would you want extra fat? Well, simply because the fat's what your body needs. If you want to lose weight, eat more fat. You'll be less hungry, have more sustain, fewer mood swings, and generally be healthier. The low-fat versions of almost everything are a good deal for the company and not for you, because they simply sell that fat as butter or other heavy fat products at a profit and sell you something less expensive, such as carbohydrates, instead. Carbohydrates are not digested as quickly by the body and tend to actually either form fat cells, interesting thought, or mucin, which is a heavy carbohydrated polymer with some protein in it that's between the cells. Once you have formed mucin in your body, very difficult to get rid of because it has to be converted by the liver through the lymphatic system, which does not have a pump to get rid of it. Long-term storage, good idea for survival, not a good idea on a daily basis, but that's what happens when we overload ourselves. We are going to take 4 gallons of this, put it in a nice stainless steel pot, bring it up to 176, 180 degrees, let it boil, which is not even close to boiling, but that will neutralize any bacteria that have got in it that are not going to be helpful. Then introduce our culture. A cup for 4 gallons is sufficient. Just barely. I mean, it will work. And then we're going to keep it at between 95 and 115 degrees for as long as possible. We're going to preheat our oven to 100 degrees. We're going to keep the light bulb on, put the whole thing in, and of course in the shear mass, and also stainless steel tends to hold heat well. It will be good in 12 hours, 24 hours is even better, because the lactose level goes down because the bacteria eat the lactose literally and turn it into little bacteria bodies. And so yes, you're eating bacteria. They also give off a bit of acetic acid, which is also good for the stomach. And we'll pour all that milk in here. I'll just show you pouring the first one, then we'll just show it in there and have it. Let's give you a quick shot of it boiling. Probably some of you noticed that there's a lot of heavy fat on the top of this. We want all that fat to get in there, so we have to give it a little shake. And you can say that I just homogenized this milk. No. Homogenization means you have to force it at very high pressure through a metal piece that has little tiny holes in it. And those little tiny holes break up the fat molecules into something much less definable and absorbable, assimilable by the human body. In short, you're taking something that's natural, breaking it into something very small, and the human body doesn't quite know what to do with it. To get all of it out of there, I turn the bottle upside down for a little bit. They cool down, which is kind of surprising. And we're at 176. We're looking to get to, we're at 180. Right, started. In essence, we're cloning, as I said, brown cow. And you don't have to be super accurate with the measurements of this stuff when you've got these are quart containers, so we're looking for about 1/4 of a container being a full cup, and it will sink to the bottom, which will be a little bit warmer. We want to stir that around and make sure that we've broken up the yogurt completely so that we get a nice spreading of that culture so it grows everywhere. And just it is cooling it down a little bit, but we do have the oven preheated to just a little bit past 100. We're looking 115 to 95 is our goal. And of course, in 2 gallons, that's a little forgiving because it's going to take a lot of heat to move all that liquid, an appreciable amount. So that's another reason for making a large container at one time. At $4 a gallon for Gary's milk, it's fairly cost effective, and of course you're going to get a much better quality yogurt. We'll put the yogurt in there. Time is not super important. The longer the yogurt's in. For this to set up, we need to put it in the fridge. You can see that's quite loose and very liquidy. If we put this in the fridge, all that will set up and it will cause the bacteria to slow down their function, keep the culture alive so it doesn't run out of food, and be something healthy for everyone to enjoy. For every 10 degrees cooler, the bacteria slows down tremendously. I'm Omkar from Omkar Structural Body Works. Some fresh made warm out of the oven or warmer yogurt for you. Actually for me, I guess, since I'm eating it for you. Great texture, a little sour. To balance your energies in your body, in short, make the spleen and other part of your stomach happy, a little bit of sweetener would help with this. That would be maple syrup or honey would be one of the prime choices. Sugar's a little farther down the list. Agave, I'm sorry to say, seems to be something that helps encourage hardening of the arteries, just like corn syrup. So right now I can't be as positive about that as I was at one time. Have a great morning. Strength, flexibility, pain-free. It's your birthright. Claim it. I'm Omkar from Omkar Structural Body Works.